Hey, you got to race ATVs when they were TRX 250Rs with stock chassis.
That was a long time ago.
Yes. And now you're on what would be a 2006 to 2009 LTR 450. How big of a difference and how big of a swing is it there?
Well, I mean, everything's different from back then, you know.
When was the last time you got to ride on a motocross track?
About 17 years ago.
17 years ago since you came out and rode. Was it on this machine?
It was.
So this is the actual machine. How close to what it was then is it now?
Exactly the same.
So it's exactly the same?
Yep.
Nobody else here is riding the exact machines that they
Shocks
race.
haven't even been serviced.
Wow, that's
We put
crazy.
new tires on it.
Man, that's crazy. So you have another machine here as well.
Yes.
You have a Banshee. So which machine do you prefer on the course?
So far, the Banshee.
Overall handling or power?
I don't know. It's kind of better all the way around.
I know if we
It's
had,
hard to hold on to.
I know if we had Eichner's Banshee from back in the late
I was
90s.
hoping he was springing it.
Well, he sold it, and we tried to track it down. Couldn't get it. Couldn't get it, and I'm in the middle of building a couple for a customer.
Oh, really?
And we couldn't get them done quick enough.
I had trouble getting mine done.
Yeah,
Yeah, I rebuilt that over the winter. Just happened to do it.
just happened to do it, and then
It was coincidence. Like, it needed done for a couple years, and I was like, it seemed like a good time. I'm like, I'm done racing. Might as well do it.
that's
And
great.
got this invitation. I'm like, all right, well, I started on that originally, so I'm like, I got to bring it. I might end up running it.
Well, we hope you do.
I'm going to run this in practice in the morning, give it one more try,
Okay.
and then we'll just go from there.
Well, that's awesome.
Most likely I'll be on the Banshee, though.
Well, I think that's going to be great for publicity. We'll be out there covering it for sure. What did you do as far as preparation to show up?
Well, I got the bike built, and that was, and then we finished that up this morning. So that was my preparation.
All right.
Unfortunately, just ran out of time. I didn't have enough time. I've been, swapping jobs and stuff, so couldn't really get the training in that some of the other guys have gotten the opportunity to do. So I just figured I want to be out here. I want to come have fun, so that's why I'm here.
You looked really good in practice. Do you have any expectations? Is there anything on the track that you're not used to or weren't ready for?
It's tough going on a brand new bike. We had the same type of model in 09, but they've come a long way. So, dealing with some new parts and stuff like that. So it's, to me, it's just a fun weekend.
Taking one step at a time, we're headed for nothing. There's no more reason to hide. One step behind, we're headed for nothing.
You know, I really appreciate the fact that we've had a great time talking about racing and everything, but seeing you out there, because I got to see you ride 250Rs.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see you in your four-stroke career. The big difference between the two, how do you think a two-stroke would have done out there?
For the smaller guys, like maybe, I don't know, even Hedrick, Shane Hidd, Spader, and I say small, I'm just way too big to ride a quad, they would do good. I mean, because those things handle. They'll take the rough stuff better. For the bigger guys, four-stroke's going to be better, more traction, better power delivery, and they don't bog down as much. For me, it gets me on the turn off the start better. So depends on the guy. A four-stroke's a little more power to the ground, but also it's a bigger bike to handle. These two-stroke, mine was, I think, 315, 320. My four-stroke's almost 400 pounds, So bigger bike, it just depends on the rider and the suspension, really. But 4-stroke's hard to beat power to weight ratio too.
So when you were out there practicing, what was were there deficiencies in the machine or the rider today?
Rider for sure.
Do the bikes working
Joe
good?
Hedrick can get on my bike and go win tomorrow.
Right.
Joe Bird can't win. I'm rusty. It's been a long time. The bike's good, still fast. It handles, good. I'm just, too heavy and too slow.
My freedom alive. Submission, I own it. Surrounded by a bullshit. Yeah.
The bike is super fast. I mean, it's nothing like we used to ride back in the day. This thing stretches your arms out on that thing. That Yamaha, the mid-range is just awesome. It just pulls so hard, and it's got great top end too. And the bike, kind of getting used to it. I don't think it's the first time I raced the Yamaha, isn't it?
You did one magazine article on a 450R, and that was probably 14 years ago.
Yeah, never raced one, so this is different Yamaha from me. Usually you're riding the Banshee, which
Right.
we always enjoyed so much too. So had the good luck at finding doing.
So when you got the invitation or you got the call that this was going on, I heard that rumors that you were bringing a 2-stroke.
I would love to. We've been building a Lobo chassis 250R for a while. It just wasn't done in time. And Jeremy was putting this on. He kind of asked, whatever you raced back in the day, that's what you should bring. So we got the old Honda off the rafters, cleaned it up, and brought it out.
Good thing you kept that, huh?
Oh yeah, I was not going to get rid of that one.
Prophecies fulfill. Somebody fix my head. Am I already dead?
Hey, you got to race ATVs when they were TRX 250Rs with stock chassis.
That was a long time ago.
Yes. And now you're on what would be a 2006 to 2009 LTR 450. How big of a difference and how big of a swing is it there?
Well, I mean, everything's different from back then. I mean, back then the bikes were narrow and they didn't have a whole lot of suspension travel, and then there were 2-strokes, and they were probably only maybe 40 horsepower. Where these things are 50. Some of the, like today, the Yamahas, they're reaching 60 horsepower. The 250R was, it was easier to maneuver because it was a lot lighter. Yeah. But these things are, everything is involved. The bikes are bigger, they're faster. So I don't know. It's just different, but it's what there is.
So being that you have gotten a little older and you're riding a heavier machine, how much more taxing is it on you to go ride this 4-stroke versus riding your 250R?
Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. I think it was actually, the 250R fit me well and because it was lighter. When I went to this thing, I'm not a big guy, so I'm not big and strong, and I can't maneuver the bike. When you had someone like Timmy Farr or Doug Gust or, someone like a Dustin Wimmer or somebody that was tall and lanky and had good leverage. I never had that, so it wears you out. You got to put everything into it every corner. So it's a lot of work.
So in 30 years, the evolution from what you raced before to what you race now.
It's night and day difference. We rode pretty much a stock bike with some motor work. We jumped crazy stuff like this out here. It's a wonder we even survived.
Right.
The quads that they have today are just unbelievable compared to what we used to ride.
So don't we want to take all these legends and put them back on the old school 250Rs with stock shocks and say, okay, boys, let's go race now?
That's my idea of a Legends race. Everybody on a 2-stroke, everybody, all the old guys, and all 45 and up. No young guys.
Right?
Yes.
Well, hey, you did pretty good in the time lapse qualifying today. So you were in the top 10.
Yeah, I think I have his 5th fastest time.
Yeah, that's really good
Yeah.
for a guy that's old enough to be the father of Justin Wimmer.
Exactly.
That's crazy, crazy, crazy. How do you like the machine that you're getting to ride?
The machine's great. Dave Porter from PRP Racing, he hooked me up with this awesome quad. It's a Honda hybrid,
Right.
and I feel really good on it.
So when you say Honda hybrid, it's got a CRF motor in it?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, you ride a KTM or a Husky in the cross country stuff for a motorcycle, correct?
Yes.
How does the power compare to the two machines?
Well, you know, the power on a bike is better because it's lighter.
Right.
You know, it handles, it stays straight. But the quad it's a handful with a 450N bike engine in it.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've never ridden a non-hybrid ATV in the modern day era?
Never.
So you have no idea what the Yamaha 450 is like or the LTR is like?
No, I have no idea.
That's crazy. Hey, we're here at Briarcliff ATV-MX round number 9 with Tyler Stevens. Hey, this is another world-class mechanic behind the scenes. This guy's working on more machines than they brought here. Did you build John Natale's machine?
Absolutely. We got here Thursday morning, and actually we got here Wednesday night. Thursday morning I pulled everything out, did an inventory list of what parts I had, and I built that bike from ground up. Put new motor, new carrier, axle, everywhere from handlebar mounts, handlebars, grips, all of it. Every single thing on that bike, including graphics. It took me 14 hours.
That's fantastic.
I can't thank the Fords enough for getting me this bike and getting things. And Ralph Rodriguez, he's from California. I was able to practice on his bike, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. Tyler from the Fords for working on this bike. I mean, the guy just busted butt. If you'd have seen the bike a couple of days ago compared to now, it looks like a brand new bike. I don't know how they do it.
Somebody fix my head. Am I already dead?
So I got a question. Is this the machine?
This is from 2010 race season, yeah.
Okay, so this isn't the championship bike, but this is a duplicate, basically?
Correct, yeah. The only thing that wouldn't be on this bike is probably a swing arm. That's a stock swing arm. But other than that, everything would be a team factory bike.
That is so cool. That you found those items or that you had those items?
I had all this, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, just refreshing it up a little bit. And
memorabilia?
Yeah, just it was cool to bring it down. Had it up on my shop. Had 2 championship bikes up there, and brought this down, and it definitely brought back a bunch of memories.
That's awesome.
One step at a time.